In this episode of Metro Focus, we're in Maryland, taking you to some of this summer's hotspots. We're exploring a museum where you won't have to keep your voice down, the newest places to shop and eat right along the waterfront, and the Field of Dreams where you can see up-and-coming athletes before they hit it big. Plus, we're giving you the inside scoop on Metrobus, how you can go from the rails to the roads without paying a cent, and how Metro is helping everyone get where they need to go. We saved you a seat, so come along for the ride. This is Metro Focus.
Hi, I'm Bruce Gutenberg. I'm Vice President of Marketing here at National Harbor, just outside of Washington, D.C. We're really excited to talk about National Harbor as a great destination for those of people living in the Washington, D.C. area. It's very easily accessible right off of 95. There's mass transit opportunities to get out here, and we serve the greater Washington area. We are D.C.'s waterfront resort and a great adventure for people to come out and experience everything that National Harbor has to offer. There's so many things happening here at National Harbor all year long. We have movies on the plaza, which is overlooking the Potomac. We have an Urban Pirates experiential pirate ship coming into town, so you can take a cruise up and down the Potomac. And of course, our over 150 retail and restaurant locations all throughout National Harbor. Most recently, we had Succotash Restaurant open with Chef Edward Lee, a celebrity chef, join us here at National Harbor. So a great way to experience something new and unique. It's hard to believe, but National Harbor is coming up on its 8th anniversary, originally opening in April of 2008. What's changed since then is hard to even begin to list. Obviously, in the last couple of years, we've added the Tanger Outlets, the Capitol Wheel, and of course, the MGM Resort and Casino will be opening up later in 2016. There's a bus line here called National Harbor One is critically important for the success of National Harbor, both from a tourist and a traveler perspective, the locals coming to engage with National Harbor, and definitely the employees. There are about 3,500 people that work at National Harbor today, with many, many more coming when the MGM Resort and Casino opens. And being metro accessible is critical. We're very much hoping that with the increased traffic that the additional restaurants and retail will bring, that there'll be more opportunities to get people out here using mass transit. And of course, we know that the Wilson Bridge was built for Metro, and we look forward to someday actually seeing trains run across the Potomac and helping people get out here even easier. In the short time that National Harbor has existed, we've seen a lot of things grow. Clearly, the Gaylord National Hotel up the street here has done a tremendous opportunity to augment the traffic and visitation here at National Harbor. When we're looking at things to come, we have new hotels, new restaurants, new retail, a really great way to engage with the local community as well as people coming in from outside of the area. Tanger Outlets has been a wonderful addition to National Harbor. It has very unique shopping and the closest outlet mall outside of a major metropolitan city, so we know it's a great way to get engaged with people of Washington, D.C. And clearly our proximity to Mount Vernon and to Annapolis and even Baltimore, we act as a center point where people can get here many, many different ways and experience all that National Harbor has to offer. One of the unique things about National Harbor, of course, is the Capitol Wheel. It is an observation wheel over 180 feet high and great views of the Washington, D.C. from the Potomac. Its gondolas are heated during the wintertime and of course air conditioned in the summertime. It's a great way to see National Harbor from heights like no other. Having National Harbor One, the Metro bus line here to National Harbor, is very, very important. We have both people that are coming in from outside the area, the locals, and the people working at National Harbor using mass transit to engage with National Harbor community. Without that, we know that the staffing implications for some of our retail and restaurants and hotels would be additionally challenged, so having that bus is critically important. Without Metro coming to National Harbor, we know it would be more difficult for people to get here, to live here, and to work here. It's critically important for our growth and our future success that Metro continues to operate and grow their operations here so we can support the people that want to get here and engage with National Harbor. The thing that's most exciting about National Harbor to me is its future growth. It's done a wonderful job in its last 8 years. There's so many more things to come. Some of it we don't even know what's going to come to National Harbor. Whether it be the restaurants, the retail, or just bringing my family down and experiencing National Harbor and going on the wheel, it provides a very unique destination so close to Washington, D.C.
So my name is Brian Shawcross. I'm the general manager of the Bowie Baysox. So this organization was founded in 1993 as the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Our first year we actually spent in Memorial Stadium up in Baltimore. We were the last professional team to play there. We built this stadium in 1994 and we've been playing here in Bowie ever since. Bowie's a great town. We like to think of Bowie as a great place to live and work and play. It's right outside the Beltway. It's got a lot of public parks, open space, obviously, like you see behind us, and it's also got some great retail and great places to live. I think when we were founded, there was no professional baseball in Washington, D.C., so we were the de facto professional baseball team in D.C. And since the Nationals have come into D.C., we felt it has broadened the profile of professional baseball. But what I think a lot of people don't understand is, well, they're not a Baltimore Oriole fan. That's okay. Obviously, we play the likes of the Nationals Farms team, which is in Harrisburg, and we also play the Reading team, which is the farm system of the Phillies and the Red Sox and the Yankees and the Mets. So if you're a fan of any of those teams, you can come out to our ballpark and see them play against the Bowie Baysox. In 1994, we were looking for a place that has a minor league feel. And what does minor league feel means? It's not your major metropolitan area, it's your smaller teams. Bowie was a growing market and certainly has a strong reputation for good schools and good infrastructure. And so that, combined with the support of the state of Maryland, made for a good spot right here in Bowie. What Metro does is connects people's lives. I think what Metro has done has expanded the economic footprint of this county, okay? And so without that economic drivers, including the Bowie Town Center and the other retail and other office parks in Bowie, I think that our organization would not be as viable as it is without a vibrant business community, and part of that vibrant business community includes Metro. A significant portion of Prince George's County residents commute into work, so they're certainly Metro customers. Yeah, I mean, obviously we want more people to take advantage of the programs you offer. We certainly want people to understand that they can come out here and meet up with friends and enjoy the ball game, and we have plenty of tickets available.
We're at Kid Museum in Bethesda, just off of Democracy Boulevard, and this is not your typical museum. This is a place where kids can actually make some noise, touch some of the objects. We're here with the communications director, Emma Starr. Tell us a little bit about the concept behind Kid Museum.
Well, Kid Museum is a new kind of children's museum, unlike anything else most people have experienced. It's really a community maker space. So kids and families can come in and just take part in all kinds of hands-on interactive activities. For example, they might make a little drawing robot, or they can test out our wind tubes and by making a flying machine of their own design and watching it fly. Here kids really learn by doing, it's experiential learning, and they have a great time doing it.
And I'm sure a lot of kids really discover what they're interested in by trying out so many different things.
Yeah.
So tell us, what's the age range? What group of kids come to the Kid Museum and explore?
So we are really geared towards elementary and middle school age kids. You have to have some dexterity and ability to handle things like working with coding, building robots. So ages kindergarten through 8th grade, but we now have started a mini makers program for basically 3 and 4-year-olds. So even little kids can now be makers.
There's a wide range of activities for kids to really try out and see what they're interested in. What are the areas that you are focused on?
So we really focus on STEM and arts. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And then we throw in arts and craft. So for example, this weekend we're going to have chocolate mold making using our vacuum molding machines. So we've thrown some technology, but the mold making is using clay and creating something of your own design.
How easy is it to get to Kid Museum using Metro?
It's a red line to Medical Center or downtown Bethesda, and then you get on one bus. It takes you here in about 2 minutes, very short bus ride, and drops you right in front of the museum.
So what would you say to someone, especially parents that haven't been here yet, that are kind of always looking for different activities for their kids, but haven't come across this yet? What would you tell them about coming to Kid Museum?
I would tell them that Kid Museum is unlike anything they've experienced with their kids before. It's something they can do with their children or without their children. Their kids can do classes and special workshops that we run on the weekends and camps. where they're going to really have their mind open to all kinds of new creative activities. It'll spark an interest in STEM. Kids who thought, oh, I don't know anything about robotics or robots, they're learning that they can do this. Like, these are accessible skills. You know, creativity is so important. It's like the #1 thing that people who are hiring say they're looking for in an employee, and it's sort of being sapped out of the classroom in many ways now, and we're bringing it in. So if it's missing in the classroom, you can come to Kid Museum and really delve into creativity here and get your mind working in a different way.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
My name is X-Pound Punkel. I'm from Rockville, Maryland, and I'm one of the Climbing Center directors for EarthTrex Climbing and Fitness. Right now, we're located in the Rockville EarthTrex Climbing Center gym. With climbing centers, especially for the past couple of years, you either find a climbing gym that's in the middle of nowhere, but the property itself is very affordable, or you put the climbing center in a very big, busy hub, like say New York or Boston or Chicago, but the gym is a little bit smaller because of the property value. The cool thing about Rockville is we're right in the middle of a great urban/suburban area. It's next to a lot of schools. There's two really cool things happening soon with EarthTrex Climbing and Fitness. One is we're going to be opening a new gym in Crystal City. This Rockville EarthTrex location, it's about 38,000 square feet, and the one in Crystal City, Virginia, that's going to be 45,000 square feet. And that is only 10 minutes from the Crystal City Metro, just walking in the underground Crystal City tunnels. A second cool thing is this year we're having an event celebrating our 10-year anniversary of the Rockville location being open. And we're really proud that we have this center that's been opened up and renovated and expanded for the past couple of years, but also we're just here to help thank our members and guests for supporting climbing and our climbing center. Previously, our company was called EarthTrex Climbing Centers, but we've since changed it to EarthTrex Climbing and Fitness. And in terms of amenities at EarthTrex, we want to be a source of, not only outdoor recreation and climb recreation, but just overall fitness too. So here at the EarthTrex Rockville gym, we have roped climbing, we have bouldering, but we also have a lot of fitness programs. The best part about climbing is that it's a sport that's for everybody. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, how much background you have in athletics, or even if you've ever worked out before. The main thing about climbing is there's a place to start for everybody, and it's a great sport because, especially at EarthTrex Rockville, we really focus on the culture, the community, and the social aspect. And so not only are you coming for a good workout, as opposed to, say, a normal gym where you lift weights, but you're also coming for the social atmosphere too. And that's why you see a lot of people here just stoked to climb. As you walk around the gym, you'll see tags all along the routes on the wall. So 5 just means that it's a type of terrain where if you venture upon it, you need a rope. And then the second number, it just tells about the difficulty of the grade. So the higher the number, the more difficult the climb is. I've only been working at EarthTrex for about 4 years, but even in that 4-year time span, the place has become more and more urban. Definitely Rockville is becoming a lot busier, more of a happening place. And we're seeing that reflected in our Rockville gym too. It's just getting busier and busier with more people coming. And we're only a 10-15 minute walk from the Rockville Metro, which is on the Red Line. The cool part about being next to DC Metro is we get a wide range and wide diversity of people, from kids, millennials, as well as older adults. Climbers come from, all over the DC metro area, all from Frederick, Maryland, all the way from Northern Virginia. We had an event about a year ago where a lot of outside climbers came in, and a lot of them didn't want to rent cars, so most of them took the Rockville Metro to come climb at our gym and attend our event. So it's been very helpful for the people that come to our gym. You can either come on the weekends from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock for what we call our open climb program, and that's a program where if you don't have an experience, we provide an instructor as well as a harness, and we do what's called belaying you, or managing the rope, to have you climb up the wall. Take our introduction to climbing class. That way you learn how to tie the knots and how to belay. And if you want to sign up for a membership, we have multiple membership options depending on if you want a lot of our amenities like free yoga for members or free fitness classes, or if you are only here for a temporary basis, we have more temporary passes too. Either way, you're gonna find a great mix of climbing and fitness and yoga in all 4 and soon 5 of our facilities.
Hi, I'm Kelly Groff. I'm the president and CEO of Visit Montgomery. Visit Montgomery promotes to its visitors the fact that you can stay pretty much anywhere in the county and be near a metro station. And the benefit of being near a metro station is you can quickly get into DC to enjoy the monuments and memorials. But when you come back to Montgomery County, for instance, in Rockville, where we are today, at the town center, there's lots of restaurants and shopping, and there's outdoor entertainment. And in the winter, they have an outdoor ice rink. There's 3 towns you'll find in Montgomery County that are really easily accessible off the red line of Metro. Silver Spring would be the first, and the second would be Bethesda, which is a very vibrant urban district that actually borders Washington, D.C., and also the Rockville Metro Station, where the Rockville Town Square is, where you will find lots of other dining and shopping options, and where there's a hotel headquartered. Here in Rockville, having the Metro stop has spurred new development. The Rockville Town Square is new and it continues to grow. We started with the actual town square with some dining and shopping, and now we have a new hotel and several new restaurants that will be coming to the area, as well as some residential condos and apartments for rent. The great part about Montgomery County is its proximity to Washington, D.C., and we have a transportation system that allows you through Metro to be able to live in the county or visit the county, but also go and see all the great things in the nation's capital. So I would say that, we get the best of both worlds by living or staying in Montgomery County, being right outside of Washington, D.C., and having Metro as our transportation resource. Leisure travelers, in particular families, really like staying in the county because they can get more reasonable hotel rates, yet be able to take their family in to see the nation's capital. And I think that we do a great job in the region of making it easy to take your family, or if you've never used Metro, be able to understand how to purchase a ticket and how to, enjoy and take advantage of all the Metro stops on the way to Washington.
My name is Elber Ariza Silva. I am just a young professional man with a physical disability, different ability I should say, working in the Washington DC area, very active with the community, for the community, navigating the system, transportation, services, and also trying to enjoy what the city is giving me right now. I am from South America, Colombia. I moved to the United States pretty much about 15 years ago. I use Metro Rail every day in our bus to go to work, to commute, to different events, meetings, wherever I need to go, I use Metro Rail and Metrobus, but also I have to say, when I do not get to the location that I need to go by rail, certainly I count with Metro Access. It is a combination of the three of them all together. That's right, yeah. That is my van, yeah. I am in the southwest area in the Washington, D.C. It is a friendly area. Anything that I need to go, I look for accessibility, and the community itself is offering that, which is number one for me. I use different applications that Metro has available to navigate the system. I more go with the Metro website. So there are different challenges that we face every day. And I say we because it is not only me. I mean, I use a scooter, but there are other folks that use different devices, powered chairs, and different designs. It's unpredictable, and we have just to go with what it is every day. Rider the scooter during rush hour, I tell you, it is very challenging. There is no way you can tell people, give me spot or open space for me. There is no way. You have to wait if you are during rush hour. So it's very challenging. We are just regular folks. We do work, we enjoy life, we have our life too. So we want just to be part of the community just as one. That is the wonderful thing about Metro, that you can go wherever you need to go, and you can have a social life. You can really engage into the society as you should, right?
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
We released a plan called SafeTrack. This plan is to deal with safety and reliability issues. As we all know, the current approach has not been working very well.
And in my estimation, we need to do something different and dramatically different.
It will take us years to achieve the safety and reliability needs that our customers deserve. So the plan is going to address that in a much shorter time frame, roughly a year. The challenge that we're up against as a region is we have a 2-track railroad that runs 118 miles that basically has not been well maintained over the last 40 years. We have to deal with that. It's as if we have a 2-lane roadway from here to Richmond where all the potholes and everything else has just been barely dealt with. We have to get to those issues. There's 168 hours in the week, 135 of those are in revenue service, which leaves us 33 hours to do all the work we have to do. Not sustainable. This plan will impact our customers. It will require longer single tracking. It will require shorter hours in some cases, and in some instances it will require shorter segments to be closed and stations to be closed.
I'm recommending that we shut down the system at midnight all 7 days of the week. I'm going to show you a few examples of the type of work we'll be doing. This is the major cross tie replacement. You can see the type of equipment that is required to do that work. Track renewal is literally taking out track and replacing it with new track, cutting it out, re-putting it and re-welding it. This is cable replacement, the amount of effort it takes to do that. Joint elimination. One of the things that we have is we have a number of joints in the underground section that have very short power cables. We can eliminate a lot of those, which reduce the risk of those shorting out. Fastener replacement, very manual, as you can see the type of work that is required to do that.
We have to get moving on this as quickly as possible to get ahead of the safety issues and reliability issues. So let me thank all of our customers for understanding the challenges we're up against and supporting us as we restore pride in Metro. Thank you so much.
We're here at the Bladensburg Garage to talk about Metrobus service, one of the most popular ways to get around the region. And joining us is Service Director of Bus Transportation, Dolores Proctor. Hi, Dolores.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit of how long you've been at Metro.
Wow. I know I look young, but I've been here 26 years. I've worked my way up through the ranks. I once started where I actually drove one of these buses.
So it's safe to say you know everything about Metrobus, right?
All the ins and outs of bus.
So tell us a little bit about just how far-reaching Metrobus service is. It goes from every corner of the region, right?
Absolutely. We currently service as far as Vienna area, all the way up to Upper Northwest.
And what about some of the new buses that we're getting? They're bigger, they're more fuel efficient, right? And have better security?
We're starting to take ownership of 245 brand new buses. The cost, they're very expensive, $700,000 each. They're very comfortable. If I knew that we were getting these buses that we currently have, I probably would have stayed a bus operator.
Right now, Metro Rail is undergoing major maintenance projects, and that means that some stations are closing a little earlier, trains aren't running as frequently at some of those stations, and a lot of people may be turning to Metrobus as an alternative. What do you think about that?
Excellent idea. Metrobus is here to support rail transportation, so what we're going to do is provide bus shuttles. The shuttle will actually, at the closure point, pick up the customers and take them to the next available station that's open. Currently, we're going to provide 40 additional buses, 60 operators in some cases to support the efforts. We actually have new buses that currently can hold 120 standing, and our 40-foot coaches hold about 67 standing.
And those shuttles just take you from one station to another at no cost.
Correct, that's correct.
We'd like to share tips with our riders about using Metro service, and one great advantage is that you can easily transfer from Metro Rail to Metrobus. A lot of people don't realize that, right?
They don't. Your transfer is actually built into your smart trip. So once you tap into the rail system to get on a bus, you're taken care of. So there's no need for a paper transfer the way we used to do back in the day.
And there's no fee if you do it in a certain amount of time.
Absolutely, where you don't have to pay that additional fee.
Isn't it nice also to see the operator, get to know them? You don't get that on the train.
No, you have that personal interaction with the bus operator, and they tend to get to know their customers as well as the customer tends to get to know the bus operator.
Did you enjoy that when you were behind the bus?
That's one of the things that I miss best.
Yes, is interacting with the riders, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with all the different routes, all the different lines, it's great to just go online, you put in where you want to go to and from, hit bus, and it'll tell you exactly what time the bus is going to pick you up, which line to get on, and where it'll drop you off.
Right.
Step by step, bus stop to bus stop. That's what it does. Okay. There are those people out there who are loyal train riders. They've never taken the bus before. What would you tell them?
I would tell them you are missing a golden opportunity. You should certainly try Metrobus. It's the best. It's the wonderful equipment that we currently have, climate control, a comfortable seat. Welcome aboard Metrobus.
Thanks for joining us. Remember, if you missed a part of the show or you just want to watch it all again, go to our website, wamata.com/metrofocus. And next time, we're taking you to new destinations in DC.